I'm Shauna B. Sims, and you're listening to the J&D podcast. Relax and enjoy the show.
All right, guys, we're about to record probably the last episode of the J&D podcast for a bit. We will bring it back eventually, but this might be the last and 10th episode that we will be doing for some time now. But other than that, I just want to say thank you for everyone who has been listening to us, and let's just get to it. Michael, what's going on, man?
Going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, man. I'm a little excited because this is like the 10th episode that me and Diquan are doing. But it's a bit of a bummer because we're going to stop at 10 for a bit and probably bring the J&D podcast back sometime a little bit, like maybe in the middle of the year or later.
So you're a little bit like, it's a bit of a downer for you that y'all got to pause for a second. I feel that.
Yeah, it's going to be like a season kind of thing.
I feel you on that. Well, as you can see, you caught me at a good time. I'm relaxed. I got my little beer in my hand. I'm nice and zen. I got to go to work tomorrow. You caught me on my off day, man. That's good.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like earlier I wasn't even sure if everyone was even going to be interested in recording because I noticed that a lot of people are busy with their own things, and I've just got done organizing a whole lot of shit in my room, so it's like I was thinking, fuck, I mean, I got food cooking. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to record today.
Oh, man. I was thinking about cooking earlier, too, but I said, fuck it, I'm just going to give me some Louisiana fried chicken. I'm too tired tonight. I need my energy for work tomorrow. I'll cook tomorrow.
No, like, right now, like, I got some pork chops cooking in the oven and shit, so it's like, it's probably, like, the recording is probably going to take a little bit of time. Like, we're going to record a bit, and until the pork chops are done, I'm going to pause it, bring everything back in here, and eat, like, right after the recording's done.
Oh, man. You caught me at a good time, man. That's good.
Absolutely, man.
I just found out the funniest thing about when I got my job, how I got my job.
Yeah.
There was two people that came before me for this particular job, right?
Yep.
And my boss told me, it's almost impossible to fuck up with this particular post. And yet still two people fucked up.
Oh my god.
Two.
How?
It's impossible. You know why it's impossible?
How?
Because you get a smartphone, right?
Yeah.
And this phone literally has an alarm built into it to tell you when to do your patrol and when to call in your report. How do you fuck that up? You have a phone that reminds you.
What the fuck?
You got a fucking smartphone like, okay, I gotta go do my patrol, write my paper, call in and check in with control. One motherfucker was doing the job and he left to try to do a couple of Uber missions.
Oh
and this motherfucker was going half the shift and they had him on camera. I wasn't going nowhere. The supervisor came there like, yeah.
We got you on recording. We saw you.
Oh, man. And then the other one, he was drag racing. This nigga left his post halfway through the shift to start drag racing.
What the fuck?
So he came back. The boss was like, you're fired. Get the fuck off the property.
We fucking got other people denying call at the moment. Because, like, the thing is, for the listeners, we got this group call with, like, a bunch of people.
Hello.
Yeah. I think it's the Wi-Fi fucking up. Oh, yeah. Little Wi-Fi issues at the moment. My bad, everyone. Wi-Fi issues and shit. The Wi-Fi has been acting real fucking funky lately.
You got what service provider you got? I got Spectrum.
I got uh, T-Mobile. I think I can't remember. It's like it's not even the fact that it's a Wi-Fi issue, but it's like you know how if you have like the internet screwed into the wall or something, like you will not have any issues at all. We don't have that. We don't have that. Like we have one of those Ethernet boxes that like is connected to a whole nother room. Because the house the house that we are living in, we're not allowed to drill any holes or anything into the walls. But clearly, hold on, like,
Are you serious?
yeah, it's like clearly, but that clearly didn't stop shit. I fucking, like, I got a whole lot of shit drilled in and everything.
Damn, man, really?
Yeah, like, I have this sound bar right there in the center that I fucking drilled a few holes in there trying to find the board to keep it stable. And because I didn't know where the fucking wood was behind the walls, so I put a few holes into it that were way
man,
too
this is what you do, man.
Yeah.
This is what you do. If you're trying to find the beams in the wall.
Yeah.
So what you do is you knock on the wall and go across the wall. When the knock changes, it lets you know what the beam is.
Yeah.
If you hear a slight echo, and then the echo goes away as you knock it across the wall, that's where a beam is.
Oh, okay. I should have learned that next time.
So like, you can be like this, and then the knock will change. It'll go. But if it's a beam, it'll sound like this.
Yeah.
It'll sound more solid.
Yeah. Okay.
So you just kind of go across the wall, and you'll find it. You will find the beam.
All right.
Yeah, so it goes like this. Here's the trick. Let's see. Let me see. I'm going to show you how to do it right now.
Yeah.
So, let's see. This is my front row wall, right? I'm going right over here. The beam is here. I know it is. So what you do is you knock. Listen for the sound. You just...
Yeah.
Can you hear the difference?
Absolutely.
So do that. Listen for the sound. It sounds like empty, but then when it starts to sound solid, that's where a beam is. Don't forget that trick. My uncle taught me that.
Absolutely.
That's not a commonly known trick.
Like, dude.
A lot of only professional contractors know how to do that.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know if you can see them, but there's like a few holes there. A few holes right there. Like, I really fucked up this wall.
So what you want to do is this. Wherever you find the beam, put the TV there, then the sound.
Oh, more Wi-Fi issues.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's another thing that they're doing too, because like these 5G devices, they're gonna suck a little more energy out because they're 5G, so they're gonna need more signal.
Absolutely. And it's like another thing
is that... So did your phone 5G?
Yeah, I'm good with it. It's like another thing is that we fucking live right next to a desert area, where it's like a whole lot of desert, and then the high school, and then more desert. Yeah, so it's...
So I don't get this. If you live in desert, why is the signal so weak, man? There's no trees blocking it.
I have no idea.
Does your company offer signals?
Not that I know of.
Damn. T-Mobile sucks shit.
I know. Dude,
I got AT&T. She got a signal booster for hers, man. How? Damn.
Dude, I fucking went to a Walmart area to get a phone a while ago because my old one was so fucked up and busted. Like, even if you turn the screen on, it's like black and little like green light glitches through it. Like, that's how badly fucked up the screen was. So this was when I was working at the pet parlor here, and I had my phone like set on top of a little shelf or something. And hold on real quick. Alright, so I kind of remember what I was talking about, like my old busted phone and how I got the one that I'm currently recording with.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so when when my old phone got fucked up, it was when I was working in the pet parlor here in El Paso. Alright, so I can't really remember how it happened, but like I had it sitting on top of a high shelf away from the tub that I would be washing dogs in. Alright, so I completely put it on the other side of that shelf, also to keep it out of the dogs' like out of their reach from smacking it around and shit. Because when some of these dogs get wet, they get very wild and like squirming around and shit. So I was getting a call one day, and I was like very distracted with the dogs, and I had to quickly remove the gloves out of my hands because some of these dogs are filthy as shit. So I quickly try to grab my phone, but also keep this dog from jumping out the tub because there's like a collar that's like wrapped around their neck to keep them still. So I'm already caught up and trying to get a call because I have no idea if it's important, if it's a customer or my family or anything. Because we often get calls from customers calling, hey, are you guys open? Can I bring my dog in? And shit like that. So I'm reaching for my phone on top of the high shelf, and my clumsy ass accidentally dropped it because I'm fumbling with the phone in one hand and the dog in the other hand. So it drops and lands face first on the screen, busted all around the screen like a big old crack all along from top to bottom, and like little cracks splintered here and there. So I keep it for a little bit until I get enough money to get a new phone, but I didn't have a whole lot at the time. So I got this T-Mobile phone right here, and for some reason I got it for a cheap price and shit. Like I'm telling the dude I'm looking for a temporary prepaid phone, no bills or contracts, any of that shit.
I did that before many times. Now I feel you.
Yeah, I'm telling him.
I feel that.
Yeah, I'm telling him I need a prepaid phone and something good and cheap with no contract. And he said, okay, well, I got a good phone for a good price. And he ends up asking me for my signature and anything because I've never done any like phone dealings on my own, because I'm used to being on family plans with everyone else. So I figured, okay, sign my name, confirming that I paid for this phone. And I get a pamphlet of papers and the phone just like that. And like, if you see the phone, it's really nice. It's thin. It's durable. I mean, I dropped it a few times. Still no damage at all. But I end up getting something in the mail one day saying that I need to pay a month for this. Like, like a month after I just got this phone. Like, he didn't tell me that it's a fucking contract. So this dude lied to me directly in my face saying, yeah, no problem, no bill, no contract, everything completely. Yeah, lying ass motherfucker. So I'm confused but also irritated. Like, I got this nice phone and I told him no contract or bills. I just want something temporary. And I end up getting the bill anyways. So it's like for a few months I deal with it like, okay, well, I get paid this amount per week, so I'll just deal with the monthly shit. But I'm not gonna be happy about it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I completely got fucked over, and I tried going back to Walmart to talk to the guy, and some of the people were telling me like, I don't know. I don't know who that person is. I don't recall anyone working here. So I'm thinking I got fucked over. Like, by some dude that I don't even. This is complete bullshit.
Like a scammer or something.
Yeah. I mean, if I was a scammer, then, I mean, I got a nice phone. I'd tell you that much, but. It's like. But it's like another thing, I'm getting random calls from people asking for Maria. Is this Maria? Can I talk to Maria? And I keep telling people, this is not Maria. You got the wrong number. Even though I completely forgot to change my number to my old one. So in a way, it's slightly my fault for forgetting that. But dude didn't tell me shit. Hold up. Everyone's fucking gassy today. Okay, she found it. It's like I told her that it's in the cupboard, and she says I don't see it, and now she just found it.
Oh, yeah, how's your New Year's been so far, man?
My New Year's has actually been really good. It's been very enjoyable, relaxing, and like it's been fun, I mean, had a few drinks. We just got done watching The Last Dragon on New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, whatever. And
oh yeah,
and I completely forgot how good that movie was. And so it's like, I don't even
if it
think
wasn't for that movie, there'd be no Mortal Kombat, there'd be no Power Rangers, or none of that. If it wasn't for that movie.
Yeah. And it's like I was reviewing that movie on my channel, talking about how it has a good blend of of 80s culture, of martial arts, of romance comedy. It had a perfect blend of everything. And the soundtrack was on point.
All right.
Yeah. So it's like I was really digging this movie, and it really had something that some of these other movies don't have.
What was your favorite scene on there?
My favorite scene, I think I liked the last fight scene throughout out of the whole movie. It was the last scene that was really dope, especially the dance fighting scene and the final fight with him and Shonuff. That whole scene was badass.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the person that played him, he's dead now, but
Sadly, yeah.
also the person that played Bruce Leroy, you already know that shit too. He was on a TV show hosted by Bruce Lee's daughter. You ever heard of WMAC Masters?
Nah, I don't.
There's a whole martial arts show. Look it up, man. That show was the shit, man. Even though the martial arts was fake, it was hella good. It was hosted by Bruce Lee's daughter.
Really? Damn, that's fucking awesome.
Master.
That's awesome.
And she left because one of the actors challenged her, and she was like, I ain't got no time to be doing this shit. Shit, I don't know where that episode went, but she fought that bitch on some heels and won. Look, bitch. Okay. I know I'm not my father, but I'll still whoop your ass.
I've seen him fight. I can do the same shit as well as he can.
Motherfucker, did you forget who my daddy was, motherfucker? Did you think that I had Bruce Lee as a father and didn't learn shit from him?
Exactly.
And he's not early. But before he did, he taught me a few things, bitch. Oh yeah. And like, I think that's what kind of made her back out of the spotlight too, because people were challenged to her because of who she was.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I think this show hosted the person who played the first Liu Kang in the first Mortal Kombat movie. He was on the TV show.
Really? In the first Mortal Kombat movie?
Yes, the very first Mortal Kombat movie, the original Liu Kang, he was on the TV show. And the person that Liu Kang was fighting was on the TV show. Just let me see now.
Oh, shit.
And then the person he fought, the person fight there was Hakeem the Machine.
Mm-hmm.
And Hakeem was pretty badass. He wasn't no big dude. But he was jumping in there and double kick your ass in the face. You'd be like, what was that? He'd be on the ground looking at you like, want some more? And you'd be like, still trying to register. Okay, did I just get kicked once or twice? By the time we register and shit, he over there right back in front of you looking at you like, come on, motherfucker, you want some more? Oh yeah, that's kind of humiliating to get kicked like that in the face on national television, and then you gotta like swallow that shit down like this, exactly. All the cameras and shit looking.
That is embarrassing as fuck.
I mean, one kick, but a double kick, both feet. Oh damn! Woo, woo.
Oh my god.
I don't know what to tell you on that one, bro.
I gotta Google it. I gotta YouTube that shit. That fucking sounds awesome.
Be like, man, you be like, oh, like, how many fingers am I holding up, man? How many fingers am I holding up? Hey, man, you know what happened to my teeth? I don't know. They didn't have the motherfucker 30 seconds ago. I don't know where they went. Them kind of fighters. Even though the martial arts, it wasn't like real contact, but it still looked good. It still was entertaining.
Yeah.
And the guy that played Bruce Lee actually made an appearance on there.
Oh, shit. And that's what I love about The Last Dragon and all the other movies that Bruce Lee did. Like, even though they were fake, they still looked amazing to watch. And it was the sound effects that really sold it.
Yeah, it really made it made it more realistic.
Yeah. Like, I was watching...
And you never believed some of the sound effects.
Yeah. It's like...
You never believe it. Do you know what some of the sound effects are?
Huh?
People crushing watermelons in front of microphones. Little watermelons being crushed. Or shoes being slapped together. Like sandals. 25 to me.
Yeah.
Little simple stuff like that, but there were weird sounds, but like it made it more real.
Yeah. Especially with like gunshots, like all people do is just like clap two 2x4s together to really sell that sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it's like I was watching The Chinese Connection a few nights ago, and I forgot how enjoyable the storyline for that movie was. And for those who don't know, The Chinese Connection was one of the first Bruce Lee movies, and it's probably my second favorite one out of the others.
And it actually had a lot of basis to it too, because it touched on the beef between Japanese and Chinese people.
Yeah.
It really did.
Yeah.
The Japanese people were really like that, and then I think the story, some of the story, he got from his teacher, because his teacher experienced a lot of negative experiences with Japanese during the World War II era. So the fact that it was at that time made me think that maybe the story was inspired by something his teacher went through.
Yeah, probably. Because I did watch a documentary about how a lot of Chinese and Japanese people were being blamed and being put into concentration camps, including some of the Japanese people who weren't even involved in the Pearl Harbor bombing. It's like everyone just saying, oh, he's Chinese or Japanese, let's punish them just because they look like them. And that's very close-minded.
Exactly. And I said to him because, like, look, you know, Jackie Chan, as of last year, Jackie Chan got his first Oscar.
Yeah,
but
that's
you know
amazing.
how many films and years it took for that to happen?
It took his whole career.
200 films and 58 years later.
Damn.
200 movies?
Yeah.
200?
I believe
Jackie
that.
Chan was a star by the time he made Rush Hour. What the fuck? Or just Oscar in when he made the first Rush Hour.
Yeah. But it's good that they're getting the credit that they deserve, and that Jackie Chan is getting that amount of credit as well.
That's the point, you know, like, I mean, Bruce Lee started, but Jackie Chan took it to a whole other level, and I respect him for that.
Absolutely.
He really do.
Yeah.
He'll becoming the first Chinese action star to do his own stunts. Really?
I believe that. I mean, everything he done.
Yeah, he said,
yeah.
What were you saying?
Like, everything he done it with no wires or any, like, with none of that. That everything was just completely legit. It was all raw and no wires or any of that shit. Like, the only time that he did pull back is when he's making, like, physical contact with someone. That was the only time that he would ever pull his punches, just to make sure that he doesn't literally hurt people.
You know what made him like that, right?
What?
What made him like that is because he was doing Enter the Dragon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Jackie Chan said Bruce accidentally hit him with the stick for real because Bruce Lee, even though he was 5'7", he said he had really long arms. He almost had to reach to somebody 6 feet tall.
Oh, shit.
So, with them arms, he whacked right across the face by accident with that stick. Damn!
Oh, shit.
And Jackie Chan said, and Gucci said, grab my eyes, and Bruce said, oh shit, you okay? Oh, and Jackie Chan said, oh, you hit that lady, too late. And he admitted that he was talking about Bruce Lee. He was like, even though Bruce Lee hugged him, he was like, after it was all over, Jackie Chan said, I was like, touch me. Even the celebrities get starstruck.
Yeah. It's like, I just got hit by Bruce Lee.
Right? Like, oh my God, Bruce Lee touched me. Oh my damn. What can I say?
Dude, I was actually watching.
You know he went home and called his parents.
Dude,
You know he went call my God. Bruce Lee touched me today. Bruce Lee touched me today. You know he did.
Yeah. Dude, I was actually watching.
You probably is.
Yeah. What was up?
What are you saying?
I was. Phone issues?
Damn. My phone won't stand up there. Go ahead, put it down.
Yeah. It's like I got my phone leaning against my book as like a solid surface, and like my speaker is completely busted because all the times I have it like leaned up against this fucking flimsy ass chair. So it's like the past few times that it's knocked over, it gets more and more fucked up. Like part of it is just peeling back and shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
I'm making a mess over here. I keep dropping my pistachio from the floor. I ain't trying to.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Anyway.
Yeah.
I done cleaned my damn apartment up and shit, and I'm fucking it up, and I ain't trying to. That pissed me off.
So I was actually watching The Conners a while ago, and for those who don't know, The Conners is a spinoff of the TV show Roseanne. So, yeah, I mean, because sadly they cannot have Roseanne Barr to be part of the spinoff after some of her racial tweets that she's been saying, like a little bit around 2020 or some shit. Like, she completely said something very negative and very inappropriate and scandalous to a point to where the producers at the Conners completely said, okay, we're going to have to remove you from the TV show itself. So they decided to just write her off the season and say that she passed away from overdose and that the Conners will continue going on with that storyline. Yeah. All because she can't keep her mouth shut.
So long story short, My mom got her blacklisted. Long story short.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, man.
I mean, like, there's a Chinese proverb, and I say it to people who always say something stupid. I say, there's a Chinese proverb that goes, make sure brain in gear before run mouth.
Yeah.
I tell other people all the time who talk secretly and thoughtlessly,
yeah,
make sure your brain is in gear before you run your mouth.
exactly. But I was,
Play the tape through.
yeah. But I was gonna say something like when you were telling me how Bruce Lee accidentally smacked Jackie Chan. It fucking reminded me of this interview that Hugh Jackman had because, like, I don't know if you know this, but Hugh Jackman is coming back to play Wolverine again with Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool for the next Deadpool movie. Yeah, yeah, it's exciting because after Logan came out 2017, 20, whatever it was, I can't remember when, Hugh Jackman said how it was going to be his last time to play Wolverine again. But for some reason, he decided to come back to reprise that role again. So I'm excited for that, you know, because I can't think of anyone that could play Wolverine better.
Hugh Jackman was a good Wolverine. He was a good Wolverine.
Yeah.
He really brought him to life.
Yeah, he wasn't short, but he pulled it off either way.
When you see him, when I look at him, I think about the cartoon Wolverine on the TV show. Yeah. I said he did him justice, you know?
Yeah.
Now, think about his talent.
Yeah.
When you can portray a character that doesn't even exist and bring it to life, that's talent.
Absolutely. I mean, much props to him. But apparently, when he was filming the first X-Men movie, during the fight scene with Mystique, he, like, for some reason, the producers gave Hugh Jackman real blades, like real knives, to use for the fight scene. And he thought it was very stupid, but he figured, okay, I'll just, like, swing near her, but also avoid contact. So there was this scene where he accidentally stabbed the stunt double in the arm with those knives, and she didn't even flip. Like, fucking accidentally cutting her and, like, blue paint and blood dripping off of her. She completely held up her arm and said, I got stabbed by Wolverine! Like, excited about it. so
well, producers do that. The producers do that kind of stuff to because they want a real response from the actors. Like, do you know the part of the Titanic where Leonardo DiCaprio and that girl was running from the water coming down the hallway? They didn't tell them that there was a 20-gallon tank behind that wall and they were going to bust it. All they did was action.
Oh my God.
Oh, here's the kicker. They didn't tell them that the water was going to be ice cold because the water that they got was actually from the North Atlantic where the Titanic sunk.
Yeah.
They got ice cold water. How cold can you be? They got the actual ice cold water from where the Titanic sank and put it in the tank and didn't tell them that they were going to release it on them.
Oh my God.
So when they were shivering, they really were cold.
Yeah.
And they said they had to take them to the hospital after that scene.
Yeah. Hey, man.
I ain't gonna lie. The producers they're onto a good thing because you do get real responses and it makes the movie better. But is it worth scaring the actor to death or killing them? I don't know about that part.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say. But I don't know if you noticed on the news very much, but there was a few topics that I've been wanting to discuss, and the first thing that
Mm-hmm.
came to my mind, like, I don't know if you've seen the image of the sun lately, but there was a fucking picture that NASA took a picture of the sun, and it's crazy
Mm-hmm.
because this picture is now going to be called the smiling sun. Like, let me Google this image real quick. Like, I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about until I looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, the moment I saw this shit, I thought, oh my god, this is horrific but hilarious at the same damn time. Like, if you look at the sun, it looks legit like a smiling face. Hold on, I'm trying to fucking find images.
Appreciate that, man.
Here.
Yeah. Hey, man, you hear Elvis Presley's daughter died today, man.
Really?
Elvis Presley's daughter.
Sorry to hear that.
Well, anyway, let's not talk about death anymore. That's what I said.
Yeah. Okay, I sent the image.
There we go. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, I didn't finish telling you about my job, man.
Yeah.
About how there's one person who got fired because he took off doing a Lyft driving and he was late. He was like half his shift. And the other one left to drag race.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I remember.
So I remember my boss told me, he was like, yeah, he told me that story. And he said, I went to go tell the officer, where is he? And the officer told him, he's like, he told me he was gone. And I said, what do you mean gone? And he pointed at me and said, that was my exact response. What do you mean gone?
Oh my
Okay. Now, can you imagine if he had a fly ass car and he just got body work done and some Dayton's on it? I hope everything was fully paid for because he got fired that day. Yeah. I hope that race paid. I hope that race is gonna help you keep your Dayton's.
Exactly. You better make good money off of it.
Really though.
Yeah.
I said this. Knowing this fool, he probably went to go drag race on a street that went away from his post instead of to it. So that's how I got my job. Two people fucked up a job that my boss said.
Yeah.
Shit. My boss said it's almost impossible to fuck up at that post. That's what he said. It's pretty much idiot proof.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And if you fuck up on that job, you're done.
Yeah.
Because, like I said earlier, everything is given to you with the fucking phone, walkie-talkie.
Mm-hmm.
Time to do a patrol. Call in.
Yeah. A little call
Every hour it goes
reminder.
off. How can you go wrong?
I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a lot of idiots in the world, man. So it's like, it's surprising, but at the same time, it's not.
I mean, like, it's a $15 an hour job.
Yeah. How can you fuck
How
that
you gonna
up?
fuck that up?
Yeah.
Really? I wish I knew about it, but like, stop, you're so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, so I'm going on my second week. It's pretty good. I'm learning how to manage my money more differently because normally when I get my check, I just go blow it all, but I can't do that now because I got bills and shit.
Yeah.
Can't do that. I got a car note and stuff to pay, so.
Yeah.
So, I did a little grocery shopping today, and I'm happy.
Yeah. Okay, I posted what the sun looks like in the group.
Yeah. I tell you about one of my cousins that died in a car crash, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was in Vegas. He died in a car crash.
Yeah.
My auntie came over to my mom's house. His mother came over to visit my mom today, so I saw her, and it was really good to see a person that I've known for so long. And I tell her,
Yeah.
we talked for a while.
That's good. How's she feeling?
And she kept talking about how y'all older now and everything. Look at y'all so much older. Oh, y'all so so pretty and you all handsome. You better thank God you my nephew.
Yeah.
It's pretty good day today. How's your day, man?
It's going good. Getting stuff done. Hopping around as much as I can. You know how it is.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. I mean,
Tell me what's up, man. I was watching, I got my computer speaker, TV speaker.
Mm-hmm.
I got my TV speaker working better now.
Oh, that's great.
So now I can watch my DVDs and surround sound like the theater and shit now.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Do you know that proof I can watch Xena and surround sound?
Mm-hmm.
And music and shit, and I'm on a big old 52, 70-inch screen, and I'm sitting there. It's just like, oh my god, and she fine too, so it's like 62 inches of fine across my TV and in front of my face. Every time she moves, I'm like, hey. Go, girl, go fine ass. Come on over here, girl, with your fine ass. Maybe one or two things here to make you speak a language that don't exist, you fine motherfucker. Now, you know a woman fine. You already talked about her name. You should say, you fine motherfucker. You don't even call her lady or woman, just you fine motherfucker. You can't come up with nothing better than you fine motherfucker. She's fine, but you can't come up with nothing better than that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, she's so damn fine, they're very speechless.
Hold on real quick.
That's what's happening.
Yeah. Hey, give me a second real quick. Something's going on outside.
Right. What the fuck is this? I was supposed to do when it happened, so it wasn't no drugs. I don't want to drink with no alcohol, no drugs. I'm not used to it. I can hear my mother voice in the house, and she wasn't even in the damn house. It's Michael. She ain't even there.
It's just your head
I
playing
got so sick of that shit one time. Somebody who was coming out doing work for the house one time.
Uh-huh.
I was so sick of hearing my name. They asked me my name. I almost lied to them about my name because I was too sick of hearing my damn name. I almost gave him a fake number. I don't want nobody to know my name. I get sick of it already. My mom calling me every 20 minutes and shit.
Yeah.
Shit, my name's Bill Bixby or some shit. I ain't lying.
Yeah.
I almost gave him a fake name.
It's like you're fucking hearing things that aren't even there.
Yeah, my name's Bill Bixby, yeah. I had to catch myself. I said, you better tell this man the truth.
Yeah.
Because he's going to look through his motherfucker talking about, Bill, goddamn it, I lied. My name Michael, shit.
Dude, but did you hear that fucking Tupac used to get notes from Jim Carrey? Like, there are some articles that I've been noticing, like with the whole Dana White slapping his wife and Jim Carrey sending letters to Pac while he was in prison. And it's like, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, when I noticed that article, I thought, oh shit. And it would say that Pac told Jim Carrey that he was one of his favorite actors when he was on In Living Color.
Yeah. Oh, man. That man was hilarious.
Yeah.
He was funny. We couldn't help it. That man was gifted. He got
Yeah.
discovered in a comedy club by Keenan Ivory Wayans. Keenan Ivory Wayans happened to be in the audience that night.
Mm-hmm.
He did like a Clint Eastwood impression, James Dean, and I forgot the name of this sketch, but he like turned himself into like a whole bunch of different people right there in front of him.
Yeah.
It was good too.
One of them was, it was like a fire chief or something.
Oh, Fire Marshal Bill?
Yes, I love it.
Let me say something! Let me say something!
I remember.
And the reason why he looked like that is because a lot of people don't know that when the character was written,
Mm-hmm.
the reason why he looked like that is because his lips were seared from being in too many fighters. He didn't have no lips.
Yeah. So it's like he would always like,
A lot of people don't know that.
yeah, so it's like he would always wipe his gums to dry them off.
It wasn't just wiping his gums. It was like he was trying to emphasize the fact that because he's been burned so much, his lips got burned up. So now he ain't got no recovery. He got his cheek. He ain't got no lips.
Hold up. Fucking dogs wilding out as always.
I had one sketch where Fire Marshal Bill was with his wife and she suffered from the same shit. She didn't have no lips either.
I remember.
Oh, it gets better because now they supposed to be a fire marshal, right?
Yeah.
And guess what she was tanning with? Cooking oil, lard.
Oh my god.
Are you trying to combust on the ship and kill yourself? Really? We turned it to deep fried chicken. We'll put some lard on for suntan lotion.
Yeah.
Oh, that was hilarious. And I like how they would try to talk to him, and he would go over people, and he'll cause an accident, and then somehow make it seem like the other person's fault, even though it's his fault.
Uh-huh.
I love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, what the fuck is wrong with this phone? I love those moments. We try to talk to people, and then at the end, he'll make it seem like it's the other person's fault for interrupting, but it's really his fault.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just never
Dude, his fucking SNL, fucking In Living Color characters were hilarious. But I think Fire Marshal Bill was one of my favorite characters that he's done.
I like that buff girl he does with the two ponytails with the deep voice, and she's supposed to be a girl, but she got a deep voice.
Oh, yeah.
I like that one, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, what was Marlon Wayne's character? Or not Marlon, Damian Wayne's. Like, he fucking played the clown. Like, I never...
Homie the Clown?
Yeah. I fucking love his character.
Homie the Clown, so back to brown. Even though the white girl up keeps that start all over again. Homie the Clown.
I was fucking smacking someone.
No, I like another character he created, even though it wasn't in a living color.
Mm-hmm.
Major Pain.
Oh, absolutely.
You ever seen that movie?
Yeah, I have the DVD. That shit makes me laugh every time.
Now, that was a funny character.
Yeah.
Major Pain was funny as fuck.
Absolutely.
Wasn't he though?
Yeah.
Damn it, what was I saying? Major Pain was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Wasn't he though?
Yeah. It was like one of the first movies I ever seen him that actually introduced me into who he was. And when I noticed all
As
the
an
other...
actor?
Yeah. It was the very first movie I've seen him in, and I absolutely loved it.
Like, I like Black Man. You ever seen that one, Black Man?
Mm-mm.
That's a good one, too. Black Man, where he plays this nerd. His grandmother gets killed by mobsters, and he becomes a real-life superhero. But he's kind of nerdy.
Oh, my gosh.
Funny as fuck. He seems like a girl and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be gone in that movie. And then Mike Tyson's ex-wife was in this movie, Robin Gibbons.
Oh, yeah?
And every time she kissed him, he go, I was like, what the fuck is that? Like he was coming on himself or some shit.
That's fucking terrible.
No, it was funny. It was funny. I loved that movie. You need to watch it. His brother was tripping too. You know comedian David Adams Green, he was also in it in the color too.
Yeah, I remember.
He played Damon Wayne's brother in the movie Black Man.
Oh, yeah?
And he used to drive him crazy all the time too. He'd be like, every time he get mad, he's like he's about to have a stroke and shit.
Yeah, I remember.
No, yeah, it was funny as fuck. There was one part when he telling him, he didn't tell him that because he thought that because Black Man suit was bulletproof. He thought his suit was bulletproof too, but it wasn't. He didn't get a chance to bulletproof it.
Yeah.
So he wound up getting shot for real. So his brother was like, come on, Tony, you bad. Shoot me. Do I have to pay the fine on my ass? And then when he shot him, he was like, oh, my God, you shot me. That was all he could say. Once again, oh, my God, he shot me. He popped up, so he was like, it was a good movie. It was a good movie.
I'll definitely check this shit out. Dude,
Black Man, that movie was good as fuck.
I gotta find that shit on something, whatever it's streaming on, because that sounds hilarious.
Oh, yeah, man. Black Man is a good movie. I love it.
Yeah. Hey, give me a moment real quick. Because you know what? Like, I want to do a quick sponsorship real quick for a buddy of mine because, like, I've noticed that he's been selling some merchandise to promote an album real quick. Like, I don't know if I told you about this dude, but it's like, you know what juggalos are, you know, like ICP and all them other rappers that wear face paint and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, this dude, Ethan Cardiff, or also known as the Joker, like, I figured that because I've known this dude for almost 6 years now, I figured that I give him a quick shout out or sponsor. Also, to let everyone know who are listening that he's selling a bunch of signed CDs and T-shirts and everything. Like, I've seen what it all looks like and shit, and it looks really dope.
Really?
Yeah. Like, he's sponsoring an album that came out recently called Coming Home. It's really awesome. A lot of dope songs on it. One of them, like, would happen to be my favorite songs. It's called Mayhem Night. Like, the way this song goes, this shit is hard. Like, it really slaps. Especially on the final verse. It really executes the whole song itself.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like, I called him up a while ago after the album came out, and I was having a talk with him about the album and what inspired him and everything. And he was saying how he was inspired by ICP, by Bone Thugs and Harmony, by Twista, and with Eminem and Snoop Dogg, like a lot of inspirations. And that it was ICP that really made the Joker who he is, as like this raw, rapping, unsigned persona. So it's like, I figured I'd just throw in a little sponsorship to his merchandise. And guys, if you're listening right now, go to the website for all his t-shirts, signed CDs, and everything. Make America, or not Make America, I'm sorry. I'm fucking up already.
No, man, it's okay because look, I support anybody that has some creativity. And nowadays, there's not a lot of that going on.
Absolutely.
So,
but it's like with this,
if you can look to the past, if you can look to the past and let that inspire you to be different, that's the way the circle of music is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And do it to the people before you as a blueprint.
Yeah.
But you do what they did, but make it your own. That's the key.
Yeah. But it's like what makes this dude different compared to others is that he tried getting signed to a label and they completely tossed him off the bus, literally, and treated him like shit. And he created a song like as a diss to this dude and his label called Maestro. And what makes this dude so iconic now is that everything is done completely by him. He done everything on his own, from playing drums, guitar, vocals, all that shit. Everything all done by him and only him.
So there's no electrical stuff. He's all about live instruments.
Yeah. I mean, he does mess with some electrical stuff because like a lot of his rap songs are all electrical soundboards and everything, but it's like he dabbles in instruments. And again, guys, if you want to check out the merchandise, it's makejuggalosgreatagain.com. Check this shit out. I'll drop a link to it as well. But anyways, I just figured I'd throw in a little sponsorship out of mad respect for the dude.
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I want you to send me a link to his stuff sometime. I want to listen to it. You got me kind of curious.
Yeah. Dude's on Spotify. I'll send you some of... I'll probably send you the song Mayhem Night, because, again, this is probably one of the dopest songs out of the album itself. Like, this shit really was... It was beastly. Like when I was talking to him about the song, he was telling me how he's been working on that final verse for months and months and months, trying to deliver it in the best way he can. And after so much months of backtracking and everything going on in his life, he finally delivered that final verse, and it was insane. Like, again, I'll probably record it, or I'll just send you the song itself.
Okay.
Yeah. And hold on real quick. I'm curious what's going on with Diquan, because I know I told him how we were going to start the first few minutes, and I'm just curious if the dude's good. Because you know what? I did want to discuss an interesting topic, like, because you know how I'm a huge nerd for history and shit. Alright, so there was a few people that I've been wanting to discuss with him, and I noticed that a lot of these, like, notorious people aren't really portrayed accurately due to Hollywood. And what inspired this was because I was watching Black Sails the other day, which is a more raw and more realistic, like, Pirates TV show. It's completely like Pirates of the Caribbean shit. It is completely raw and unfiltered, you know, with nudity, with explosions, body parts flying, and they are a little bit more precise with who they introduce into the show. And one of them is one of the biggest names in Pirates, happens to be Blackbeard. And I really admire the way they introduce him into the show as like a very calm and reasonable, but like notoriously intelligent and violent man of the seas. And I've noticed that the way they done him right was amazing. But there are some other people that
Really?
do not get the same treatment. Like the way. Alright, guys, before we continue this episode, I just want to get into a little story real quick because I was listening to this podcast earlier, the You Should Know podcast with Peyton and Cam, and it there was a certain topic that they were getting into that really reminded me of one of my senior days, like when I was in high school, back in Palmdale High, and it really like brought back some of the memories that I've had, including with a specific date that I had, and I just want to note that like that this date could have been a lot more worse, but at the same time, it wasn't really all that terrible. So, for those who don't know, um, there was this girl I used to know whose name will not be said out of respect for her. So, we're just going to call her um, Jessica or something, you know. We're just going to give her some random name. So, one of the days that I was on a date with her, this was when we were probably dating for about a month, maybe 2 or 3 months now. And like this relationship, it was a little bit, I wouldn't say faulty, but it was a little bit unstable. And I do wish that there are some people that warned me about dating her, because by the end of our relationship, things did fall off, and there was a lot of aggression and a lot of blame, and just a whole plethora of just problems stacking on top of one another. But I'm not gonna bash her, I'm not gonna shit on her name or continue to disrespect her, because I will not lie, she was one of the nicest people I've dated. And her family was actually very nice. You know, they welcomed me into their homes. They've cooked food for me here and there sometimes whenever I'm visiting. And we had some pretty good moments when we dated. Alright, so one of the dates that we went on to, this was like our second date together. And we were going in to see a movie together. This was at the Cinemark Theaters over by the Antelope Valley Mall. I don't know if some of y'all in the Palmdale area know what I'm talking about. Some of you probably don't even know what I'm talking about at all, for some of the foreign listeners in Arizona and India, Ireland, and all that. But the Antelope Valley is a small little area in California. It's it's not a really huge city, but it's there, you know. It's like just Google Lancaster some shit, and it's a few miles off of North Hollywood. So you'll pinpoint a little small area there. All right, so back to the story. Me and Josh, me and Jessica were going to see this movie with Kevin Hart, and I think it also had Will Ferrell. I can't remember what it was called. It was probably Get Hard or some shit. I don't fucking remember. But the thing is, when we went in, I want to note that I did not have an ID then. I had it scheduled I planned to get it, but I didn't have it on me at that time because I was busy with all kinds of other shit and I didn't have time for it, especially with my main focus on graduating from Palmdale High. So we had a little bump trying to go in to see this movie, and what really made it embarrassing is the fact that I didn't have my ID on me. And if I remember, I don't even think that she had an ID on her. Like, I remember her, like, fidgeting through her purse and everything, looking for her wallet or for money and stuff, because, like, for buying food and drinks and all that shit, it was no big deal, It's like we brought some food. we we brought some food from our house. Like, I brought a fucking, like, soda or a Monster or some shit, and she brought a few bags of chips, like a little fucking Ziploc bag of chips, and we, like, stuffed it into our pockets and her purse and everything. So that probably sounds ghetto as fuck, but it's like with theater food, it's fucking, like, it is at ridiculous prices, especially for movies as well. And note that we didn't have jobs at that time because we were so focused on trying to graduate. So we couldn't get a job and focus on graduation at the same time because it would add a lot of pressure on both of us. So, um, so one of us had to call one of our family members and let them know, hey, we don't fucking have we don't have our IDs for this movie. And we're trying to go see blah blah blah, whatever the fuck the movie was. But they won't let us in because I have no ID and neither does she. So I think it was my folks that came in and they had an ID and they approved of the movie and everything. And we just continued to walk in and see the movie. The movie was cool. We had a good time. We were, like, eating, drinking. We were watching the movie, having a really good time and all that. Like, somewhat talking, somewhat holding hands, making out, whatever. But, like, also still focusing on the film because I've seen it before. I didn't really care for it. I mean, it was still good. But again, I've already seen it before, so it's not that big of a deal. I know what's coming, what's gonna happen, and all that shit. But she's never seen the movie. And so she's trying to, like, focus on me, but also trying to enjoy the movie. Now, what made this date particularly not as terrible as our next date, it was the fact that I accidentally spilled and made a mess all over my jeans because the fucking like there was a slit in the side of the fucking of the popcorn bag because I think my folks did offer to buy popcorn. So I guess it was the fucking popcorn holder that was just damaged and shit, because we were trying to, like, hold everything in, but also, like, trying not to make a mess. So there was a slight tear and a lot of popcorn spilled out. But the thing is, we didn't have time to fucking clean it up and shit, so we just, like, kicked it under the seats and just walked out. But there was, like, a big old mess on the floor. Now, the next few dates were pretty fun. We had a good time and everything. But I think on our third date, we might have went to the beach or something. I think her family invited me to go with them. It was fun, enjoyed the water. I was enjoying my time. We were taking some pictures here and there. Everyone was just having fun. Just good, wholesome fun. Her family was nice and everything. I liked them, Her dad was pretty cool and everything. But The thing is, the luggage that they asked me to carry for them, like, they had enough luggage as is. And if you know me, then you know that when I was a senior, I was not really all that athletic. Let alone was I strong enough to fucking carry a shit ton of whatever the fuck was in this ice box. So I tried dragging it under this hot ass sun, and it was really fucking becoming a problem for me because I was, again, I'm not very athletic, you know? I'm not freaking built like other people in Palmdale High, like the fucking football team and them, you know? I don't really work out as much as I should. And again, I really should. I need to. I need to focus on my health and my body and everything. But when I was a senior, I wouldn't say I was a string bean, but I wasn't really that strong, you know? So whatever the fuck was in this ice chest, like, it could have been like fucking 3 bags full of ice and food. It could have been a fucking a whole house or some shit, and it was just too fucking heavy to be dragging along the fucking sand and shit. And if you fucking pulled heavy things through the sand, it is fucking exhausting. And with the hot ass sun beating down on you, it's making shit worse for you. So I felt embarrassed to be fucking far behind dragging this ice chest while everyone is fucking like a couple 10, 15 steps ahead of me. So her father fucking ends up helping me and dragging the fucking ice chest himself, saying, "Never mind, I got it. Don't even worry about it." Alright, so things are already fucking getting very problematic with our second day because I'm having a hard time carrying this fucking heavy ass ice chest. But I'm not really gonna complain all that much. You know, this day was actually a lot better than our second day at the movie theater. And it was not as embarrassing because it is very weird to be a young couple going to a movie with no ID and just sitting there waiting for someone to assist you or a family member to assist you, you know, especially with so many people like walking by and seeing you just stuck there rummaging through like your stuff and everything. So that's very like weird in the public eye. But at the beach, it was not really all that odd. It was actually pretty okay. It was fun. The beach was a good time. Took a lot of good pictures and stuff. But here's like our third or fourth date, and like things with us are already like a little bit rocky. You know, we're having little arguments here and there. You know, both of us very deep in our insecurities and insurities and everything. You know, all the T's and shit. Alright, so our date is already a little bit like it's a little awkward, you know, because like with like me and her are already having a little bit issues here and there and shit. I mean, we're still like brushing everything off, you know, trying to have a good time. And this one particular date was, I wouldn't say it was weird, but it was definitely something else, you know, because this was when me and her went to the Brunswick bowling alley over. Again, this is all in Palmdale for those of you who know or don't know. You know, it's like it's a little bowling alley that is like right next to a McAdams Park. You know, I mean, some of y'all probably already know what I'm talking about. But like, here's the thing: I'm not a very competitive person, you know, but at the same time, I'm also a fucking beginner with bowling. I suck at it. You know, like for the first few times, I was terrible. I couldn't hit anything, and if I did, it was barely 1 or 2 pins at least. And thing is, she loved bragging. Like she would relentlessly brag and rub it in someone's face, you know. And to me, it's a very big turnoff, you know. But it's like, I get it, you know, competitive attitude, you know, it's all harmless fun and everything. But it's like with her, she was so fucking aggressive. Like she would literally just get in your face and brag about it. And she's also trying to keep it like a little bit PG, you know, because she also brought her little sisters with us to the bowling alley. You know, so it's like we fucking got Usher playing and we got like everyone else bowling and shit. So I'm trying to be cordial and respectful. You know, like I wanted to say something like, okay, calm down with the fucking bragging. I get it. Ease up. But I didn't want to be rude, so I just swallowed it and just didn't say shit. You know. So she's already like killing it in the bowling alley. You know, she's fucking hitting like either strikes or a few pins close to a strike. And her sisters are a little bit good as well, probably as good as her, maybe more or less. And I'm just really behind, you know. I'm not that great of a bowler back then. So things were already like a little bit irritable. I'm like trying to have fun, trying to like laugh it off. Haha, you know, innocent bragging and shit. It's all good. But the thing is, like, she was also very aggressive. And again, it's like, I don't want to sound like as if I'm bitching or anything. I'm not trying to sound like a bitch. But it's like, if y'all know what I'm talking about, then you know that she is relentless at times. You know, and she loves running her mouth. Like, again, I don't want to make it sound like I'm shitting on her, disrespecting her or anything. I mean, it's just, you know, fucking simple story time with Cody. You know, that's gonna be a new thing. You know, where I just do little stories here and there, and I might have guests pop up for the story time or whatever. You know, we're gonna make this a thing on this podcast where I tell little personal stories and just like open up to you guys. You know, but other than that, man, I mean, my dating has been my date at the bowling alley has been a little bit like it was something else, you know. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the best. But after a few more dates, I mean, things were not really working out as well. Things were a little bit faulty, and again, there was a lot of insecurities, blame, and aggression. So after 6 months, we just completely broke it off. We graduated at the same time as well, but we tried to ignore any and all contact with one another. I mean, she was the kind of person that would like try to make it noticeable, like, oh, I got a boyfriend now. Ooh, look at my boyfriend, you know, he's so cute and he's much funnier, you know, it's like that was the kind of person that she was. Like, I don't know if she's like that right now, but I mean, I really don't care anymore. You know, I'm over that shit. You know, I'm way past that fucking high school bullshit. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it was fun. You know, I still hold on to some of the good moments that we had. You know, us cooking food together in her house, watching movies, either at the theater or at her house or my house. Like, like with my dates, I never hold on to the negative stuff. You know, I prefer to just hold on to the good things that came about. You know, she did open my mind to other types of music, like James Brown, The Temptations. She expanded my listening ears as well as I done the same for her. And I'm not gonna lie, I still wish that we could have fixed everything that we've been through. I wish that we could have had a redo of everything. But I'm not gonna trip over spilled milk. The past is the past, and I do wish that she's doing completely fine with whatever that she's doing. She's probably in the Antelope Valley College, and that's all fine and dandy. I'm happy for her. But I mean, yeah, that was a little story bit for my dating scene. I mean, sadly, I still haven't been dating. To be honest, I actually haven't dated since uh, that time when I was a senior. But, I mean, what better way to just end it like that? Alright, and another quick word from my sponsors with my dude, my guy, my nigga, the Joker, with his new merchandise. New hats, signed CDs, beanies, t-shirts, sweaters, all that good shit. You can find all that stuff at MakeJuggalosGreatAgain.com. I've already mentioned this earlier, but I really want to make sure that y'all get this shit, man. Because with Joker sponsoring and showing off merchandise for his recent album, Coming Home, I really want y'all to really check this shit out. It is amazing. And this dude, he's by far one of the coolest dudes I've met. His brand, his music, check this shit out, man. I mean, I might even get a shirt myself. I mean, I dig the logo and everything. I did a review for the fucking album and I gave that shit a 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I think the album was spectacularly done. Everything on the music was on point. So again, if you want to get some cool shirts, cool hats, CDs, sweaters, all that good shit, go to MakeJuggalosGreatAgain.com. That is MakeJuggalosGreatAgain.com. Check this shit out. Also, and when you do, let the dude know that Cody Jones sent you.
Alright.
Alright, so today we got a special guest. Alright, so today we got a very special guest, a good friend of mine named Bryan St. Gallagher. Dude's a musician, and I'm already about to start asking him about his music. Alright, Bryan, you are currently being recorded now, and I do want to ask you about your music and everything.
You want to ask me about what? I'm sorry?
About your music.
My music? Okay.
Yeah. Because
Alright, what is it that you want to know?
first off, what inspired you to want to even do music at all?
What inspired me to write music? Oh, that was like a long time ago. I think I started listening to like the Beatles and stuff like that, and that got me interested. Yeah, so I ended up picking up a guitar like around 15, but ended up like truly learning to like I was like 17 maybe.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm barely starting to like record music and write.
Yeah. I see that you got like 123 followers on IG, and you got a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I don't know how I got 120 followers. Because not all of them watch my videos or anything like that. I think like about 20 people listen to my songs.
maybe 20 to 30, but not a lot.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm looking at the channel right now.
Okay.
I mean, it's really cool that you're like making music and that it was the Beatles that inspired you.
What about the Beatles?
I said I think it's really cool that you're really deep into the music and that you were inspired by like such an
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That I got inspired by the Beatles. Yeah. Not only that, but it's just that, I mean, in the beginning, I wanted to do like songs like the Beatles.
Yeah.
But I didn't really find anybody who was down.
Yeah.
So I ended up just sticking to like really hard, not hard rock, which is hard rock, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Alright, hold on. Someone's fucking calling me real quick. Give me a second. Okay, so you were telling me how you were inspired by the Beatles, but your music, it has more of a like a hardcore sound to it, like as if it's more metal than rock.
Yes, that's correct. I do have a John Lennon cover, which is more of a soft rock, I think. But yes, nobody wanted to do like Beatles stuff with me.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I could still do it by myself, and I do want to, but at the same time, nobody does the same thing as their heroes do. So,
yeah,
that's just, or maybe that's just me. I don't know. I don't really like repeating history.
Yeah. It's like I'm looking at some of the videos that you got, and a lot of them are just remastered and one cover.
Yeah. I ended up remastering my songs because I didn't like how they sounded. It sounded too raw.
Mm-hmm.
So I updated the sounds. Not only that, I think I also had to like remake them from scratch. Like the song Never Goes Away,
Yeah.
different from the original song. So yeah, like some are just basically remakes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's like there are, like, I guess that it makes a lot of sense for some people who are unfamiliar with the Beatles because, like, we are living in a time when some people do not recognize the older generation or, like, the icons that paved a path for us.
Yeah. I do kind of try to pay homage to the Beatles. Like one of my cover photos is with like the members from the band
Yeah.
in the Beatle outfit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much.
All right. I see that you're also into video games and horror. That's actually pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean, the video games, I don't really take it too seriously because I just record whatever I think it's funny.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just there in case people want to like see them and like laugh.
Yeah.
And yeah, like horror stuff. Yeah, it's been like forever. I collect a lot of like expensive props.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, and I'm looking at your Spotify, and you have 5 monthly listeners, but your biggest song is UAC.
I haven't really checked. But yeah, maybe because it's more. I don't know. UAC is really. It's completely different from my previous songs.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe that one clicked. I can't really say what happened with that one.
Yeah. And how many people do like actually recognize some of the music. Like, oh, I see that you're playing this song by this artist.
I don't think nobody has ever like recognized any of the songs. I don't know. Yeah.
It's a shame. I mean,
unless it's like the John Lennon cover.
Yeah.
Then people. Yeah. I got an interesting comment the other day saying that it was pretty interesting how I played it, because that song that I have has been covered like many times in many different ways.
Yeah.
So yeah, but mine is like completely like different. I don't know how to explain it.
Like, it's your own mix of an original song that was done before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, then, it's like, I'm looking at some of the, like, the TikTok videos and the animations. I mean, do you do animations of your own as well?
No, the mini music videos are just from like stuff that I like. And I'm like, oh, this could be, it could go well with like my songs and stuff like that. And I don't know, I just liked it how it ended up basically mixing with my music.
Yeah. Also, you have a pretty dope collection set, because I've noticed that where you have horror fan and video games, I noticed that you have a very interesting, like, Chucky set.
Yeah. When did I get? Like about last year, I started getting into like Chucky dolls. I've always been like a Chucky fan, but it never crossed my mind to like have actual life-size Chucky dolls, because those are like replicas from the movie.
Okay. Yeah, it's like a lot of them I recognize from other movies.
Yeah, those are basically my favorite like horror characters, Michael Myers and Chucky.
That's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you want to add?
I just hope people listen to my music more often. I always say this a lot. I don't.
Yeah.
That could be like
So I didn't clearly hear what you were saying because Wi-Fi was glitching out.
Oh yeah, so what I was saying, this is what I always say to myself. I don't care about like money or fame. I just want people to like listen to my music and have like a genuine audience that can relate to the type of music that I do.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want like actual listeners and just be friends with everybody. I don't really want to like be enemies with everyone.
Yeah, I respect that, man. You know, it's like the message that me and Diquan send on the podcast, or just the message that I send anywhere and everywhere, is to just spread more love and to like unionize, you know, like be a one single-minded like group that can like unite, you know, against the ugly shit that goes on around the world. You know, it's like love is the biggest message that should be sent.
Yeah, that's why my song starts with like, "Let me be the light of your day," because I want to be there to like help people out.
Yeah, I respect that. That's amazing. I just wish that more people can agree to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, Bryan, it was really fun talking to you, man. I do look forward to talking more, and maybe when I bring the podcast back, we can talk again about like what other plans that you have in mind and everything.
All right, for sure, man. It was nice talking to you too.
All right. All right, it was good talking, man. All right, guys, and there you have it. That was Bryan St. Gallagher, man. And be sure to check out his YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the description for that. And also check out his band on Spotify and Apple Music, the Invos. Invos. The Invos. Check out their music, man. They're on Spotify, Apple Music, and all that stuff. And I have to say, man, like, this episode is, like, this episode has been chopped up and, like, held on pause for the past few days because I've been busy as of lately with some other things going on outside of the channel, outside of the YouTube, the podcast and everything. But I am forever, eternally, completely grateful for everyone that has been listening to the podcast. I'm grateful for everyone that's been enjoying the episodes, enjoying the conversations. You know, like you guys are the real heroes to this podcast and to the YouTube channel, both on mine and the J&D Podcast YouTube channel as well. You guys are the real reason why I do this, and I hope to continue creating more episodes, more videos, and to continue bringing you guys the entertainment that we can deliver. Me and Diquan, we both really thank every one of you guys for listening this. Again, Diquan isn't really available, hence why it's just been either me or my buddy Michael Clay, or with our current guest, Bryan. These guests have been only just the beginning, and I do plan to have more people show up for the podcast whenever I decide to bring it back. Because I might stop the podcast right here at 10 episodes, take a little break from it, a little break from the YouTube channel. I might release a few more, I might not stop making videos, but we will stop the podcast here at this episode. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Thank you for just listening to us no matter whatever you're doing. You could be driving anywhere, you could be kicking back at home, you could be doing something completely like different while listening to this podcast, but we are grateful that you listen anyways. It is really appreciated. We fucking love y'all, man. We are grateful that you guys listen to us, and we hope to continue making more episodes. We hope to bring back the J&D podcast again really soon. We might bring it back in the middle until later this year. I don't really know. I mean, anything's possible. And whenever we bring it back, I mean, it's a very uncertain date of when I will return to this, but I will absolutely for certain bring a season 2 of the J&D podcast. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to even just hear me ramble on and shit. You guys really make this whole thing enjoyable to do. Anyways, guys, again, mask up, stay safe, be careful, spread love, and I'm out.